What's up, party people? I just got back from doing a 6-mile hike to where I was hiding in the woods whenever I was trying to be a fugitive back in May. I think it was like May 28th, sometime around that time frame. I had discovered that I had an outstanding warrant in another state. I'm currently on probation here in South Carolina. I found out I had an outstanding warrant in North Dakota, Class C felony, but it was inactive and it preceded my current charges. It's about 4.5 years old. When I found out about it, I immediately informed my parole officer, and then I went and bought a Greyhound bus ticket because I was going to abscond on my parole and go out to California and live the rest of my life as a fugitive, because I thought I was going to get violated anyways, and if I do get violated on my parole, I do 15 years. So I wasn't thinking logically, because as it turns out, I was tripping over nothing. Because last week, my parole officer got in touch with me and told me that the out-of-state warrant doesn't have any bearing on my current probation at all. Furthermore, I'm eligible for kidz. That's parole terminated upon payment this October 31st. Get this. I was arrested on 4/20. I haven't told anybody this. I've wanted to, but I haven't. I was arrested on 4/20. I was sentenced on October 31st, and I was set to be released on Friday the 13th. But I got good times for good behavior. So I got let out early, because nothing good ever happens on Friday the 13th. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And I'm stoked. I get to talk to my lawyer this week. I was supposed to talk to him last week, but he was engaged with court, so he couldn't talk to me. But he's got to talk to me. I noticed there's been a lot of, indexed activity on my warrant. So he has to talk to me about that kind of stuff. Everything's good in other news. Everything's pretty good. I'm excited to talk to my lawyer, because that means that I might be able to figure out a little bit more about what's going on with my sister, whether she's alive or dead, or what the story is. And I'm kind of curious. I want to know what's going on there. I was at work, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It might have been 2 weeks ago. It might have been last week. I wrote this down. The coworker, Doug, who I've always had sort of a bad relationship with, because he was trying to fight me for no reason on like the sixth week that I was working with this company. He came out of nowhere and tried to fight me, and his reasoning was he just doesn't like me. That was his only reason. He offered me cocaine or something. I got to work early, and he's like, yo, TJ, come here. And I go out to this little storage closet. It's like outside the break room area. I have to go outside, turn left, and go into this little storage area. I thought he was going to try to tell me to plug up my bitch stick, my e-scooter, in that storage area because I have it behind the vending machines. He pulled out a little dime bag with some powder in it. He's like, I found this on the way out of the gas station. You want some? You want it? It was 2 weeks ago, because it was the weekend. It was the week before the 4th. It was like that Thursday before the 4th. I was like, hell no, I don't want that shit. He's like, well, it's going in the garbage can. It's going in the garbage can. I was like, yeah, I guess it is. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. I don't do powders. I don't do shit like that. So now every time I see him, like, I kind of harass him, like, not really. Like, I just say good morning, but I say it in like a really weird voice, just to fuck with him. I didn't tell anybody, because honestly, my supervisor comes rolling through. I don't even know what he's on. Percocets, oxys, I don't know. Everybody smokes weed. Everybody's on something. Got a few people probably on crystal in there. So, you know, I'm not trying to tell on anybody. I'm not trying to tell on anybody. It doesn't really matter, just as long as everything's copacetic, but it freaked me out a little bit. But yeah, I just got back from this hike to go into the woods where I left some of my stuff. I had some knives, a walking stick, some water jugs that I had left behind whenever I was camping in the woods up there. I just went up there and got them back like a month later. It was all still there. So I'm glad I got that, because it was like 4 knives. I kind of feel safer with my knives on me, because I have to commute through strange environs populated by unsavory peoples at odd hours. So it is what it is. Can't believe I'm almost done with my probation. I'm completely caught up on it. Everything paid off. All my court-ordered stuff done. Looking at being out of, like, off the paper, like off the books this October. And then this week I get to figure out what's going on in North Dakota. So that's another plus. But yeah, I took today off. Technically I'm doing a home visit. I just told my boss I had a PO home visit coming by, so I can go up there and get all my stuff from the woods. That's pretty much everything that's going on. I'm gonna get showered up and clean my room and stuff. Keep your social distance.